Okay, yeah, all right, live now. I don't know what this is all about, but that was fun. Hello, everybody. My name is DrNiggle. Welcome to the Church of Chonkwij podcast. I am joined tonight by Masami, OmegaConstruct, and the Leetness. And
I'm
yeah,
dead.
yeah, he's not dead. Imagine that.
You made a fine recovery, and please ignore the bandages.
Mm. Leetness, how was your stint in the hospital over the past 50 years?
Been I don't know, surreal.
Enraptured, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh gosh. Okay.
What did I miss?
We had a slew of great podcasts, just one after the other that were pretty brilliant, and then family stuff got kind of heavy, and also there was a day there when I was recovering from COVID, and I was recovering from my COVID vaccination, the second one, and Omega was recovering from his second one, and just all the shit in the universe sort of converged and it
Mm-hmm.
was difficult to do podcasts consistently for about a month there, but we're slowly easing back into it. Zero is not able to join us tonight. We all wish him well. He is probably being a really super fantastic husband right now.
Mm-hmm. Taking
Oh,
care of his
Zero.
wife.
No doubts.
Taking care of business.
But yeah,
Every day.
we were just talking about how Leetness is losing to Fluffy in PoE this season, this whatever it's called, league.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's doing really good. He came in as a noob, and now he's played like 3 seasons, I think. In contrast, I think I've done like 10 or 11 leagues. So the fact that he's only done 3 and is kicking my ass and seems to have more game knowledge than me makes me feel dumb.
Okay,
There
you've been
was
indulging in other games.
Have I?
No,
Really?
no, he hasn't. Every single time he's around, he's playing PoE.
But yet Fluffy is ahead of him. How does this work?
I don't know.
he
So
plays
I did.
he plays PoE while he watches Omega stream Avorion or fights or whatever.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Jeez, there was this one thing. There was one build that was posted over in Sid's chat, and it drives me nuts because it's like Sid is, sorry, Griddles would be the one who's like posting this shit, and then a week later it gets deleted or something like that, and I assume he's just trying to keep the channel clean. But it was a video of this dude with a PoE build that looked like a combo between Spin to Win Barb and CM Wizard with Tal with no, Spin to Win Barb, CM Wizard, and Multi-Shot Demon Hunter with the Rocket Barrage. And it was just all ice, and he was blowing maps up at level 87 or something like that. I don't know if that's impressive or not, but it was really pretty to watch. What is that, Leetness?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So he's probably playing a cock build. We call it a cock build. Cast on crit.
It's also what the
So,
Church of Chonkwij stands for.
I know. I should actually have played
Perfect.
a cock. I should have played a cock build. I didn't think about
Is
that.
it big or small?
I mean, it's huge PP build because it costs a lot to make it really shine. So when you want to make one as effective as what Griddles is probably showing at the highest level content, you got to put a pretty hefty investment into it in order for it to be, that effective. But
Is
yeah,
it
cock builds are fun.
would it be fair to say that it's not how how big it is, it's how you use it?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely more the motion of the ocean.
Hmm.
I'm trying to feel better about my small penis.
Is it working?
No. No, I've never been happy.
Fuck.
Really? You
Oh,
don't
God.
say.
No, what gave it away? Um, What else were we talking about right before we came? Oh, the
Multiple
we
coping mechanisms.
also yes,
Mechanisms.
hell yeah. Would you like to spearhead our discussion on that, Masami?
On coping mechanisms?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. On what can I do as a what can I do as a spellcasting bard when I'm completely out of spell slots? How's that for a coping mechanism? And the group is just like, no, we should carry on and have another adventure. And I'm like, can we please long rest?
Cantrips,
Uh,
cantrips.
it's
It's
with
just-
vicious mockeries before. You just religiously insult people.
just vicious mockery over and over and over again. Sorry, I can't give you bardic inspiration. I also spent all those. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It'll
We
get better.
fine.
We're very low level.
I know.
I share your pain immensely.
No, see, it'd be better at fourth. At fourth, I would have taken my ASI and I would have had a higher spell DC. That would have been my whole shtick because I don't want another feat. But I want 2 levels in Rogue. So for the next 2 levels, I'm a level 3 bard as I get to a level 2 Rogue.
Yeah.
For those of you not playing the home game, they are talking about our Sunday Curse of Strahd game and their characters in it.
I'm enjoying my ranger. I must admit, Gloomstalker seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. I get my rope trick
Yeah.
soon, or whenever I hit 5.
Oh, that's right. You get the portable short rest area.
That's a fun spell to have.
The other
Yep.
thing that's cool about your Gloomstalker is that, first of all, like you can see, you rolled perception checks last time and saw basically everything on the map. And the
But
other
it-
one is favored foe and sneak
Yeah.
attack.
Well, I don't do sneak attack.
Oh, not
I'm
sneak
not a
attack.
rogue.
The other one.
No. That's what you'll be doing as a rogue.
Yes.
Be getting them from behind.
We're trying.
What's actually the coolest thing for the Gloomstar? One of the coolest things is just every first round they just get an extra attack,
Yeah.
Yep.
like just for free. That's pretty awesome.
Why don't I get that now?
I think you get it at 3rd level. Have you not been using it?
Nope.
I don't think he has been. Honestly, we have a Gloomstalker Ranger in one of my other games, but I did not remember what a level she first achieved it at. So yeah, I'd have to look at that because it's
Hmm.
probably right.
I think it's one of the core abilities. Yeah, Dread Ambusher.
Yes, I have that.
Yeah. If you take it at the start of your first turn of each combat, your walking speed increases by 10. So in the
Yeah, I
first
get
round, you get
45.
10 free feet.
Oh,
And then
40,
if you take an attack action on that turn, you can make an additional weapon attack as part of that action. If that attack hits, it takes an extra D8. So you make your attack, you get a free attack to go with it. And if that extra free attack hits, it does an extra D8 worth of damage. So once you get extra attack, the first round of every combat you'll be doing 3 attacks, and if that 3rd attack hits, it does extra damage on top of it. So it's
Oh, look
pretty
who's
fucking powerful.
Holy
Look
shit!
who showed up.
It's 0.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
We thought you
Hello,
were being a
Zero.
good husband, but you're here now.
Oh,
No, we had her
What I
father.
meant to say was hi.
her father brought us
Hey, dude.
dinner for
That's not cool.
last night or earlier today, and I was making dinner or reheating dinner rather, because today is our anniversary.
Come on,
so
guys.
6 years
Knock it
married.
off.
and you're here.
Even
Well-
worse husband.
No, it's. She said it's okay. She gave me
Okay.
permission. We're fine.
Hey, dude. That's not cool.
Thank you, Doc.
Awesome.
I got you. Linus, you should love this shit. I ripped it from the boys.
But that is.
Come on, guys. Knock it off.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, well. All right. Anyway, we're happy to have you, Zero.
Well, what have I missed?
Oh, we talked
We're
about
talking
D&D a
about-
little bit.
Yeah, and the fact that I haven't been playing my character right this entire time.
No.
Which is okay. We're all here to learn. You're only 4th level. You haven't missed that much.
There were many, many deaths that could have happened.
I'm
Lots and lots of sneak attacks that were not taken advantage of, huh?
No, he doesn't
No,
do
that's
sneak
rogue
attack.
shit.
Yeah, that's me.
Ah,
Last
Lots of
Well,
dread
you in a level once
ambushing.
you get sneak attack. Or do you get
last
sneak attack at 1 as a rogue?
First
I
level.
thought sneak attack is 2. Okay.
no first level, and the sneak attack dice. It's just a 1d6 because you're obviously starting out, but it gets better.
Nice.
But yeah, so I could last time I could have with my knife. Actually, no, I couldn't have because bonus action disengage. I wouldn't have wanted to end my turn right next to somebody, so I wouldn't have been able to do that. I was not in a good place fighting those ghosts. Also, my daggers aren't made of silver.
Exactly.
patience is a virtue.
Also, it doesn't matter because they're ghosts.
I don't even know if silver works against ghosts.
I don't.
I know it works
I didn't
against
think it does.
some. It works against some things, lycanthropes and other types of undead have extra damage to it, I believe. But ghosts, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head if what level of bonus they get damage resistances if it's just all non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Because, like I said, there's some that have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, except from silvered weapons. So there's weird rule stipulations like that.
So what if you have a silvered magical weapon? Is that like the OP end game? You want that?
It's unnecessary. Everything that a silvered weapon gives you, magic does as well. I don't believe there's a single monster in the game that is resistant to magical weapon damage, but not silver. So, like, basically, magic covers silvered. Silvered is like in between level. It's like your poor man's magic weapon.
Correct.
You know though.
If you can't find a place to enchant your weapon here, you can find a blacksmith who could probably silver it.
Yeah.
You know
It's
that
like
I have a
100
fetish for
gold.
overkill, right?
I mean, hey, story wise, if you want to actually, then you'd have the issue of finding a blacksmith with the skills of actually modifying a magical weapon, which would probably also have to involve the work of a spellcaster or at least a blacksmith with arcane abilities who specializes in magical weapons.
Oh, perfect. That's
So now you're
Kosen.
getting complicated.
That's Kosen. Tell Masami, please turn around and tell Kosen to make up some bullshit in his backstory that makes him able to silver magical weapons. Thank you, and he'll do it.
He's a blacksmith. He can silver your fucking weapon if you want. Just needs the workshop.
So there you go.
That's hot.
Haven't forgotten about that fucking sword, by the way. Still curious about what that thing is and what it does. We should probably talk about something other than D&D.
Right, we were on topic, and then we got horrifically off topic, which is okay because I have no problems talking about D&D.
I mean, kind of me either. It's more, that's something that we're all interested in and take part in.
No, we should just ramble. I was gonna ask Zero if his puppy pooped in the house today.
Twice,
Aw.
actually.
Good puppy.
No, not Doc. Pooping in the house is not good.
Puppy picture tax.
Take it. Yeah, that's what you should do, Zero. Okay, so raise your dog like a child in a shame-based household. When she poops on the rug, you take a picture of her standing next to the poop, and you say, "I'm gonna put this online for all my friends to see," and you keep on doing it until she learns that outside is where you poop. That's it. Okay. Well, I thought it was a great idea.
I love it. That is amazing. No, I think my favorite pictures on the internet are the people who shame their dogs when they do bad stuff.
Huskies especially. Huskies, when you walk into the kitchen's trash, and the husky is just standing there looking like, oh, what's happening right now?
What did I just do? Mistakes were made.
And you're like, did you do that? And the reason I love Siberian Huskies so much is because they are probably the most vocal of dogs. They are smart, So they'll get the gist of what you're talking about, and they will respond in, the manner that they think you expect them to respond. So if you accuse them of doing something, they're going to be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Where have you been for the past 2 hours?
If you go on YouTube, there are so many amazing, hilarious videos of huskies with just attitudes, and
Yeah.
it's hilarious. Like
Yeah.
watching videos of huskies get into basically arguments when they're told to do something, and they are incredibly talkative dogs. It's insane.
I'm a huge fan of huskies. My wife does not like big dogs, but I said when we get a house, one of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to get German Shepherds or we are going to get huskies, because I love me some huskies. And if you get one, you have to have a second one just so that they can not feel alone, and because they are very, very much pack animals.
Well, but like huskies, you don't need two huskies. You
You
can
need
get
a
two
family.
dogs, and the
Well,
husky will be happy with like any other type of dog.
right.
They're just very social dogs. So you could get a husky and a different type of dog, and that husky will, be very social and friendly with that dog.
So
I just love getting two huskies together so that they can talk to each other.
You would hate it. And like,
it sounds
also,
like you're speaking from experience, sir.
I had close family friends who had a husky, and like it was an amazing dog. They loved it dearly. Obviously, it was great. I loved it as well, but it was a lot. Also, they're very physical dogs. They need a lot of space and a lot of running.
Yeah,
they're one of those dogs that has to run a lot, and if they don't, I mean, they're fucking sled dogs. If they don't run enough, that's when the bad behavior happens.
That's true. I owned a husky for 14 years. And she was queen of my house. But all that is all that's true. We had her, and we had a Scottish Terrier, small guy. He absolutely loved her. He wanted to be just like her when he grew up. He unfortunately never got to be her size, much to his confusion. And they were social, and they were good friends together. And actually, we got a third dog not long after that. And yeah, the husky needed to be walked / ran for at least an hour every morning. So that was a thing. And then she would be chill enough to spend the working day inside, and then as soon as we got home, we'd just run around the yard. I would get home first, and so we'd run around the yard. And she was extremely vocal. She was not afraid at all to tell us when she was out of water, when she was hungry, when she wanted to go outside, when she was bored, when she had shoved one of her toys so far into the couch that she couldn't get it out. These were all distinct vocal cues. Like, she had different howls for each one of these things so that we could identify what it was that she wanted. And she was very good at bossing us around. And she was adorable.
Which is why it was so easy for her to boss you around.
Yes, it is, because you couldn't stay mad at her. Also, she got very cross with me when I wasn't paying enough attention to her, or if I spent too long upstairs doing homework or something, and I would come down and she'd scold me.
You haven't lived until you've been scolded by a dog.
Smart puppies, though. Smart dogs. Siberian Huskies. Yeah.
So, topic list?
Huskies.
I mean, there is, Huskies. Leetness, what's your favorite breed of dog, sorry.
Brand, yes.
Brand.
I'm looking at branding.
I'd say Staffordshire Bull Terriers.
I don't know what that is.
Big ass fucking dogs, that's what they are.
That and Boerboers.
Oh, Staffordshire.
Staffordshire Bull Terriers.
Say it like an American, you ponce.
Staffordshire Bull Terriers and Boerboers are the other ones, which are, yeah. probably not that well known over here. But those are my two favorite.
Staffordshire
Other than
Terriers have a friendly, loyal, tenacious, devoted, attentive, and courageous temperament.
yeah, awesome dogs. They're kind of like pit bulls almost in their nature.
They do
Beautiful
look
dogs.
ferocious and very
They're
cute.
very friendly and cute. Yeah,
We
super
did.
loyal as well.
We could actually talk about a story that popped up. Or we covered on this podcast what it must have been like 2 months ago now, about Activision and a Call of Duty copyright infringement lawsuit. Let me just pull this up here. There we go. Activision, to recap on the story, there was a dude who in 2017, he created this character, and he took a bunch of promotional photographs of her and named her Cade Janice. And she was the main character in a treatment that he wrote called November Renaissance, and he was trying to shop this around at movie studios and get somebody to buy his script. And it didn't really go anywhere until Activision got a hold of the actress, the makeup artist, the model who played Cade Janice, the makeup artist who did her makeup for the photo shoot, and all of the equipment and props that she used and clothing for the photo shoot that she did, and recreated basically the whole thing and made her a character in the Call of Duty game. So Modern Warfare has a character in it called Mara. And this guy insinuates that she's a ripoff of his work, and he filed a copyright infringement lawsuit against Activision. And Activision
Some luck with
came
that
back.
one.
Yeah, that's basically the thing. I mean, it's kind of a David versus Goliath thing, but Activision came back and basically said everything that he says is true except the stuff that would require us to pay him money.
That pretty much was the gist of their whole defense. Was like, yeah, we got the same actress. Yeah, we got the same makeup artist. Yeah, the pictures are substantially the same. They just basically like it's one of those. It's actually a well-known legal strategy where when responding to legal claims, you agree to a lot of the claims that are being made, so that when the part where you argue against it comes back, it seems more like believable. Or it's just something that lawyers do. So it's actually a really funny statement. Their response.
That's hilarious.
This has got to be a typo. Activision came back in their legal statement and said, quote, any use of plaintiff's copyrighted materials is protected by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution and or USC 107, blah, blah. The company's right, adding that Hagen has unlean hands after engaging in equitable litigation. Unlean hands is quoted. So, I'm not I'm pretty sure that Torrent Freak took that directly from the legal argument. I just think it should be unclean.
Yeah, it sounds like a typo. If I had to guess,
It's a fucking legal document from Activision. Why are people making why are people making spelling mistakes in legal documents? And why do I occasionally read typos on the fucking BBC news site and Al Jazeera and CNN and Fox and whatever the One America Now network? Actually, that one I have a more easily time believing that they don't know how to spell, but.
Because humans are involved and they're terrible at actually at thinking spell check is correct.
But we used to have
People do that.
editors. We used to have editors for articles that would go over these things and proofread them.
Yeah,
You
but
mean people
computers
actually
are
do their job?
Yeah, we
But
used to have people
computers
that
are
knew
so-
how to do their job.
computers are so much cheaper and you don't have to pay them money.
And that is true. Christ, Word picks up most of my crap. But anyway, this is a recap of an article that we covered a while ago, and basically Activision is doing whatever it can to stall it in court.
Go figure.
And also
Not
claim that,
Activision. They would never do that.
they're also trying to claim that they had implied license to use the materials at hand, or that are involved in this issue. Which is just dumb, but whatever. Good luck going to court in LA.
I think it kind of just boils down to they're kind of saying like, yeah, we kind of took your idea, but there's nothing really illegal about it because we didn't take any of the legally protected parts of your idea. And that's something that a lot of people get tripped up with when it comes to copyright and intellectual property and stuff like that. Like there's certain things that you can do and certain things that you can't. Like there's a reason movie studios come out with like competing movie studios come out with effectively the same movie 6 to 8 months apart.
Sure.
And,
Okay.
yeah.
Armageddon versus Deep Impact.
Yes, that is the quintessential example. You also, but it bridges into other things like Ants and A Bug Life. Two animated cartoon movies about bugs. Different studios,
geez.
different animation studios came out right about the same time.
Except for Ants was actually like, Ants is not a terrible. It's a little cringy to watch, and I don't really enjoy the voice acting of Woody, whatever. Oh, sorry, I forget his. I know his wife is Sun Tzu. His wife daughter is Sun Tzu.
His wife.
Why can't I remember?
That's awesome.
No, yeah, I love Ants.
Yeah, it's a good script. It's a good story. It's a solid plot. It makes sense. Bug's Life, by comparison, is way more popular because Disney put it out, and it's a fun adventure, but it's mostly, it's like a placeholder script. It's there because you're looking at the amazing graphics that Pixar / Disney did.
I always thought A Bug's Life, I always thought Ants was the far superior movie, personally.
But yeah, so wait, back to what you're saying. I mean, yeah, you can take some certain stuff like copyright. You can take somebody's idea and not necessarily steal their copyright. But in this case, what the guy Hagen was trying to argue was that they stole Kate Janis's likeness, which didn't bode super well for him because he only copyrighted the photos, I think, a month after he figured out that Activision might have stolen his character. So that's when he took all the photos and he went to the copyright office and he said, "These are mine."
Well, but see, the copyright, that's another thing, people, that I think is a little murky, and I'm not saying one way or the other, but depending on the situation, a copyright is granted when the work is created, even if it is not registered until a later date. So there's nothing shady about that. That happens all the time. People do that all the time where, like they create something, it gets stolen, so they take the proof that they created it at a certain date and they get the copyright, and then they have the legal basis to pursue action against the alleged infringement. So that part of it is, I think, actually pretty standard.
And in that case, I don't think that he should have, the graphics are up on screen, I don't think he should have too much difficulty saying that this is a ripoff, apart from the fact that Kate Janis looks like... Actually, I don't really know an actress that she really looks like. Mara from COD looks like Aubrey Plaza, just straight up. Kate Janis kind of looks like a dumbed down version of the chick from Thor. Thor's friend there, Lady Sif.
Natalie Portman.
No, fuck Natalie Portman. No, the lady in Thor who kicked ass.
Oh, Sif. Lady Sif.
There you go. That one.
Yes.
That chick slaps dudes' asses.
Literally, she slaps.
Literally. So yeah, I mean, this will be interesting to see how Activision comes out of this. If I had to guess, I'll say they'll settle. This is just like, go away, please. But yeah,
here's $100,000. Now shut the fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like, how much were you going to get for that script if you sold it? Realistically, probably like between $10,000 and $20,000, maybe. So, 100,000 would be a huge win. Except then character rights. Whatever. That's a little speculation. Anyway, you want to keep on talking about retarded copyright shit, or do you want to talk?
Sure, why not?
Okay, we can. Triller. Well, this article is from May 6th. So this is 2 weeks ago, but this is an ongoing thing. I'm just going to start us off here. Triller wants Google and YouTube to unmask Jake Paul versus Ben Askren pirates. So there was a Jake Paul versus Ben Askren fight. I understand that it lasted approximately 30 seconds, or something like that. And it was pirated, just like every other single boxing/MMA stream always is every single time. And Triller is the company responsible for holding that copyright. And what they did was they tried to file sort of a class action lawsuit against a whole bunch of separate streaming entities, saying that they all conspired together to stream this fight to make money off of it, which detrimentally impacted our business. So on the surface, that sounds fairly reasonable. Unfortunately, they had absolutely no evidence to back any of that up because they can't prove that any of these people were working together, other than, the tweets that said we're streaming came out relatively at the same time. And they can't do that. That's basically the whole thing. They have no evidence for any of their claims, and a judge rightly pointed that out and said bullshit, and said you can file a lawsuit against one of these people, but trying to claim there's a conspiracy here is complete bullshit. The other thing that Triller did, which Omega and I think both find hilarious, is they set up a website. They tweeted out to everybody basically that said, we're coming after you. If you watched this stream, not even a VPN will be able to protect you. We're coming after you, and we're going to sue you for as much as we possibly can, unless you go to this website and you agree to pay $49.99. And we're going to take down your name and your credit card information and your address and all the personal information that we possibly can, and we're going to make you admit that you watched this illegally, and then we're going to say that we won't come after you because of that, and we're going to keep this information in perpetuity.
Wow.
So that's
Pretty
some extortion.
hilarious.
What the fuck? And the sad thing
I mean,
is
it's
they
not
probably-
extortion. They are asking people
Stupid
to come
people.
clean for stealing the pay-per-view. That's all.
They're
Just
asking
asking you to be honest.
be honest and tell the truth and give us $50, please, and all your personal information, including your credit card and CCV number.
So we could email you next time we do a show and say, we know you watched this one too. $50.
Fuck, you're right. I forgot they also asked for email addresses. Oh, fuck.
Poor dumb bastards. Poor dumb bastards.
So Triller, okay, so I consider that to be the evolution of the email, the DMCA email that you used to get that was just like, we know you downloaded the following things. If you don't pay us this amount of money, then we're going to tell your neighbors you were looking at filthy porn. That never happened to me, but my response to that would have been, go ahead, they probably already know. I leave my window open and my volume is all the way up.
They hear the depraved porn. They hear it. It haunts them.
That's my fetish.
So, fun story.
About fetishes? This is going to be about fetishes?
No, it is not.
I'm disappointed in you.
No, I got
wasted a perfectly good segue.
I used to work for. This is going to be terrible. I used to work for Cox Communications.
Cox?
Yes, I used to work for Cox. I used to sell Cox all day long.
Oh no, I thought like would work for Cox.
But the best people in the world were the parents that came in, and they received the letter in the mail that said, "Hey, you are no longer allowed to have internet service at this address because you somebody in your household was pirating things and we caught them." And when that happened, there was a block that was placed on their address where we could not physically open an account to anybody in the household unless the title changed hands and that person actually physically brought us a copy of their deed.
That's no longer going on, right? Because I find that weird because they hadn't even been taken to court. It was just like they'd been accused of this, so their internet was cut off.
Yes, essentially.
And you
And
gotta think about it this way, though. Who do you think the cable company cares more about? An individual customer or keeping the content providers that
Oh, no doubt.
they sell happy? So from that,
No
yeah,
doubt.
So I think you're totally right. It's ridiculous, but I don't doubt for a second that cable companies would not hesitate to
Yeah,
shut off someone's internet just to keep the TV companies, the movie studios, everything else happy.
absolutely. And I do know that that did happen, and Comcast was the prime example of that a long while ago because they would actually throttle. That was a different event, though. They throttled BitTorrent traffic. And the legal arguments against that is, first of all, we have net neutrality. We don't have net neutrality anymore, but at the time we did. And you can't throttle specific traffic, and you don't know if the BitTorrent traffic is being used for legitimate purposes because every time we update Warframe, it's BitTorrent protocol. Every time that we play GTA or RDO together, it's BitTorrent protocol. That's just
Really?
how that shit works. Yeah, that's
I
what's
didn't
built.
know that was the same protocol.
Absolutely. It's open source, and it works, and it's stable, so yeah, game companies jump on that shit for sure. But yeah, I know that companies have done that. I know that just in terms of legal arguments, it's been through the courts a bunch of times, and judges have ruled multiple times over that just because pirating activity happens at a certain IP address, it does not link that IP address to a specific individual. Because Wi-Fi is a thing, and even if a judge doesn't know what war driving is a thing. So it doesn't matter. I can park myself outside of my neighbor's house and steal their Wi-Fi if I really want to. So that's why it is not a valid legal argument in most courts to say that this IP address downloaded this. This IP address is belonged by so and so is the pirate. The judge will come back on that nowadays and say no, bullshit. And that's something. This is a whole history that we're talking about that Triller obviously knows nothing about. They just stormed into court with their dick out and were like, hey, fucking do something about this, huh? Look at my fancy suit. Look at my penis and my fancy suit. Which brings us to the update. Triller fully acknowledged that, okay, we can't sue all those people in some sort of bastardized RICO scenario. Hey, Fluffy, what's up? So they decided to focus on the H3 podcast. So they are trying to sue the H3 podcast for $50 million over the piracy of their fight. And the
good
judge,
luck.
Yeah, exactly. The judge is coming back again, saying, "Okay, but you're not going to be able to subpoena these people before you have evidence that they did anything, to affect you directly." And Triller again doesn't realize that many people in the past have gone to court and been like, "Hey, we know these IP addresses have stolen stuff. We just need to know who's behind these IP addresses." And a judge has been like, "No, that's not how this works." So Triller fails to convince judge. Lawsuit in peril.
Oh
Fucking
man.
It's like they've never been to a rodeo before.
Apparently they've never ridden a cowboy.
Yeah, giggity?
You think it would be a colossal mistake for me to put the Discord window onto the stream so we could see what Fluffy was typing?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Just yes. But there's Viking gifts happening. All right, whatever. So that was my whole thing. If anybody has any more fun copyright stories, anybody ever get did anyone ever get an email in college or after college or before college that was just like, we know you're pirating shit, stop it?
I got one in
Not
college. I'm pretty sure we talked about it when it happened.
not in college, but when I got out of college, I do remember the letters they would send to you in the mail. It'd be like, okay, here's one. Okay, we can't get another one, or we've got 3 strikes, so we have to make sure that we keep it on the down low until this falls off. So
Jesus. I've never gotten so I am a perfect gentleman and I have never pirated anything, which is why I've never gotten one of these notifications, which is why I'm asking. Shut up.
I grew up in South Africa. They had no fucking clue. So
It's
They had internet,
well,
right?
that
yeah, but the people that were policing it had no clue how to police it. So
So it's like my high school.
yeah.
Oh my god. What the hell even? What did you have in South Africa? Did you have dial-up or DSL, or did you actually have
ISDN.
Oh, I see. Okay.
First started off with dial-up, and then it went to ISDN, which was instead of 56-bit, you had 64-bit digital.
oh,
man, what did you do with all that power? Did you put it
I
between
know.
your legs?
I know.
all right,
You thrust
It was-
vigorously into the modem.
vigorous.
Yeah. Big PP.
That's still better than I had. I had dial-up in my house until 2008. So you were doing way better than me.
For sure. ISDN was the shit.
My school internet was the shit. I didn't even know
Yeah.
what it was. It was cable internet basically, but it was Cat 3, so it was 100 megabytes per second.
And my university network was just like, oh my god, like that first freshman year when like everyone was exploiting it. There was this huge like inter-campus network where everyone was trading everything, and it was fucking great. The next year they shut that shit down, but oh man, it was good while it lasted.
Oh,
I remember
Wait.
growing up, going over to Roanoke College and just hanging out on campus with a laptop. Because their internet was so far better than what I had at home. Because I didn't go to college. So, but I am going now. So, or I'm going to start going soon.
Oh, that's new.
Yes.
What are you gonna learn?
Medical billing and coding.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Those are good jobs.
Always in demand.
As long as they're insurance companies, they will definitely be in demand.
Yep.
Fluffy correctly points out that you will be doing a lot of drinking.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm a diabetic. I can't do but so much without dying.
Doesn't that just mean that you need more of those shots? Isn't one of those things where if you put 1 billion shots into you, then you can do whatever you want?
No. If I put 1 billion shots in me, you guys are coming to my funeral.
Don't die. It's bad for you.
There will be an honorary podcast in your name.
I'll talk about honeypot more.
Nice. Thank you, Doc.
Oh goddamn! I really want to do a Google image search for honeypot, but that's just not. After what Kosen discovered last night, I'm afraid.
I mean, if you want me to send you Kozen's search history, I can, and then you could be terrified.
Please do.
Yeah, go ahead and export that and put it into the descriptions. Half of it's going to be D&D, and the other half is going to be shit that would shock even me.
Somehow that would not surprise me.
Oh, I found the picture that he's talking about. This isn't obscene. There's nothing obscene about this. There's nothing wrong with any of this.
There's nothing obscene about this. Titties. Suddenly, Marmite.
There's nothing wrong with any of this. Go ahead and take a look. It's not a great game. It's kind of shit. The puzzles in it are good though. They're not as good as the first game.
Obscene.
So you're saying you enjoy a good puzzle?
I do. Yes. Oh well, I like good match 3 games.
Excellent. Filing that away from later.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, dang it.
We're gonna talk about Twitch in a second, but what the hell did Zero bring up? Oh, you were talking about Masami. You were talking about a big file sharing across your college network.
Yeah.
I just remembered we had sort of the same thing, but it was LAN based and it was iTunes. You could share your iTunes library over your local area network, and you could also download other people's libraries.
Oh God, yeah. I imagine that would have been the shit. That was not a thing that I don't even know if iTunes was a thing. When did you go to? When did this happen in your schooling?
This is 2004, 2005.
Okay, yeah, my freshman year was 2003, 2004. So I could have just been not cool for iTunes, which I probably was.
Not hip with what the cool kids were doing.
No, yeah, I'm not a fan of Apple products.
Me neither, really. But for a long time, for over a decade, iTunes was the only.
Yeah.
It was the only
no,
thing that
yeah.
I could use to organize my songs and TV and movies. I was like,
Right.
wow, this is revolutionary. And Winamp wasn't anywhere near where it is
Near
today
there.
back then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was nuts.
I-
And nobody had heard of a NAS. Plex did not exist. Everybody thought
Right.
that Apache just referred to Indians, and that Indians is still an okay thing to say.
And that it was also a helicopter.
Also, as a helicopter, and nobody was sexually identifying as an Apache attack helicopter back then. Savage times. Horribly savage times. Speaking of horribly savage times, building global communications with local subscription pricing. Thank you, Twitch. Subscribe for less.
Yeah, this is something that came through my Twitter because every once in a while Twitter does not completely give me utter crap. But I was kind of hoping to find a third-party source, but this in fact is the actual Twitch announcement article that I posted. Basically, they are starting in Mexico and Turkey because they complained the most. They're offering basically for streamers that are in those two countries, if there are channel watchers or subscribers that want to sub to their channel that are also from those countries, they will pay a reduced rate in order to sub to those channels. Some figure based on the buying power of whatever in their local markets. And then in the next few months, possibly by Q3, I believe is what the article said, they will be bringing it to pretty much everywhere that's not America, because well, here in America we pay $5 per subscription for a tier 1. So,
$5.
$5.
And you know how much of that? You know how much of that subscribers are the actual channel see?
No.
Not much according to the article.
$1.15 per sub.
$1.
It is and I say this as somebody who has affiliate status. It is just awful. It's just awful. You get more off of Prime subs than you do off of actual people paying to sub.
Oh, now I feel better because I have one Amazon Prime sub per month and it goes to you.
Well, thank you for getting me or building me up every month to the close to $100 payout that I.
Oh, just $100. Okay, we're gonna have to push that a little bit more.
Subtrain.
Hell yes, everybody go subscribe.
If I
to
ever
Twitch.
stream again, good lord, it's been a while.
Yeah, now I'm doing streaming. Nobody subbed to me, by the way. What the fuck are you doing? Why would you even think?
I think you first have to be an affiliate, and I don't think your channel's gotten quite that much love lately.
No, Jesus Christ, no, I would never be affiliate.
Yes, you have principles after all.
No, I don't have principles. I'm just fucking lazy.
Well, there's that too.
I'm so lazy. So wait, going back to this, I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Oh, the So the way that they're working this out, I mean, you're talking about standardizing the price per local currency of a Twitch subscription, so it's no longer going to be whatever their currency of $4.99 American is. Is that
Yep.
kind of what's going on here?
Basically, you
So
got the gist of it.
is that, I imagine in like more than half the case that would be that would be a bad thing for the people getting the subs, just because the American dollar tends to be slightly higher than, say, the currency in Brazil. No
Yeah,
offense,
that's
Brazil.
yeah, that's kind of why they're doing it. That's basically in test markets they tried this out and it showed that if um basically if they priced the sub to $5, the equivalent of $5 of buying power in the local currency, it was usually less for them than it would be as if to convert their currency to $5 US, and therefore streamers got more subscriptions, more subs and everything like that. So um that is why they are doing it, to, suck more people into the infrastructure.
Are we still not allowed to say insole and obese and all that garbage?
I don't know, we said obese quite a lot, and I don't think anything's happened unless Zero's holding out on us.
No,
No.
I haven't seen anything happen.
Yeah, the last time I think it was on my channel that we streamed last time. I haven't been hit by anything. I also played copyrighted content on our one of the streams that we did in the past, and I didn't get hit with anything for that either.
That
How dare
report
you.
button. Oh, there it is. Report button.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Lateness is a dick.
Jeez, I wonder.
Do it. Fucking do it, you obese insole. What's something else that I can't call you?
Oh,
Virgin.
Virgin, that's right. That was the other one that you're not allowed to say.
I don't think that's accurate.
Well, no, if someone was an insult, wouldn't they have to be a virgin too? Like, technically speaking, the definition of these words, if you were an insult, you could also be a virgin.
Well, you could, but I mean, I think incel might be a current status thing. Well, you may have had sex in the past, so you might not be a virgin.
Fluffy, which are you? While we're talking about this.
Oh my god.
Error contacting the Giphy API.
Giphy said get fucked.
Oh man. All right, yeah, good times. Way to go, Twitch. Way to put something out to distract people from the miserable business decisions that you've been making for the past 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, Fluffy, Twitch is awesome. Alright, so what's Janica watching?
National Weather Service alerts.
Oh yeah,
I-
it's because
That is so hot. Tell her
Wait,
to
is
turn
it-
it up.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, we've got like 5 or 6 warnings.
What
it's wet.
kind of? It's not like hurricane season.
Tornado,
Oh,
flooding.
so just big ass thunderstorms rolling through, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
as far north off the coast as you are, you're still in the zone of extreme danger of flooding this season. And yeah, hurricanes and tornadoes, the Weather Service. By the way, global warming isn't a thing, people. It's a conspiracy made up by Democrats to sell hats. Wake up, sheeple.
Lake Charles now. Lake Charles is having a good time. No, they're not.
Is it overflowing? Has it
Yeah, it's looking bad over there.
yikes. Well, I hope you bought a boat. I hope you can load everything of all of your possessions on it before you float away.
I've got stuff.
Yeah.
I'm prepared.
Don't forget the battery pack, and make sure your cell phone still works so you can tell us you're okay.
You need something that you can plug in and recharge your dildo. Vibrator.
Yes.
Sorry, dildos don't
I have
vibrate. Vibrators vibrate.
I have a ladder, so Worst case, I'll just sit on top of that.
Oh my God, we're gonna see Leetness on his roof on CNN.
Weakness on his roof, jacking off in a
That's
tornado, waving
with
the
my
American
dog.
flag.
Me and my dogs on the roof. Angelica.
Oh my God.
Playing Creedence Clearwater Revival. Fortunate Son.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's
And-
yeah.
And while that is playing, all you can hear from Leetness as he is jacking off in the middle of a tornado is, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
God damn. You're a national treasure, Linus.
You're not a product of our nation, but yet you are a national treasure.
It's true.
You're the reason America is great again.
Better him than other options.
Pretty much. Speaking of other options, there's one. Okay, this one popped up first. Microsoft.
Oh my goodness.
This was a couple weeks ago. Oh no, this was end of April. Microsoft is reducing the Windows Store cut to 12%. So Steam is now officially the most money-hungry of all the gaming platform or the gaming markets.
Yeah.
This is quite
Yeah,
the
there
move.
is.
Yeah, Omega, you found this one.
Yeah, I just find it interesting how, there's been these public battles between Epic and Steam, and, that's sort of been the talk of everything going on for a while now. And, we're seeing the talk about who takes what cuts, the App Store, and then quietly, all this has been going along. Microsoft is like, yeah, we're just going to undercut everybody.
Is this another big dick move? Like,
Oh, totally. 100%.
I love these when they pop up. This has happened in the past before, especially Microsoft versus Apple, or when Apple got in trouble for its lawsuit. Microsoft coming out and saying, "Yeah, how do you like that, bitch?"
I love it.
Yeah, this is totally what you might call a big dick energy by Microsoft. Which president was it that said "speak softly and swing your big dick"?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt.
That's kind of what Microsoft did. They're like letting all these companies argue about it, letting them argue about it, and then Microsoft is just like, guys, we make so much money doing so many things other than selling games that we care so little about making profit on selling games. We're just gonna put y'all out of business.
Right.
Well, it's like that whole thing with Microsoft got dragged into that epic Apple lawsuit, and then Apple and then Microsoft said, "Well, yeah, we've never made profit on our sales of our hardware," and Apple challenged them to produce the documentation, and they did, and it's like, oh, okay, so you guys don't ever make money on. They didn't believe them. They called them. They're like, we're gonna call your bluff. Show us the evidence. And then they brought out the evidence, and they totally don't fucking make money off of their consoles
love it.
ever.
I love it when companies do that. They're like, I challenge you. It's like sitting at a poker table. And then it's like the guy's sitting there and he's literally going, no, you really don't want to see my hand. It's not that good. I'm literally going to beat you with a queen 3. And the guy's like, no, you know what? All in. And then the motherfucker beats you with a queen 3 and ends up pulling a pair of 3s on the river.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I that just got me into my whole poker thing. I used to play. God, I want to play poker again. I don't have enough money to do it though.
Sound like a degenerate gambler.
I'm sorry.
Do you have a gambling addiction?
I do not.
Nuts.
0.
Would you like one? Because you're well on your way.
Yeah, we can work on that.
I bet you do.
Now that Virginia allows sports booking legally.
Dude, a lot of states have been switching over to allowing a lot more sports betting and stuff after a long time of that kind of stuff being legal. It's pretty interesting.
I will tell you what. When Virginia did it, it was like literally a light switch got turned on because it was like no ads about gambling ever, and then it's like they passed the law, and it was like, hey, now you can win $100 on a $2 bet for the UFC fight this weekend, putting in code Virginia at DraftKings.com. And I'm like, oh God.
Boo! We're not sponsored by DraftKings.com.
We are not sponsored by DraftKings.com.
Hashtag not
nor do
ad.
we want to be. Nope.
They're still in a lawsuit up in Massachusetts.
Are they?
Yep. Oh my god. We have a friend, Omega and I have a mutual friend who really wanted to work for DraftKings because they have a solid business model for sure. It's just the legality of it in our state is somewhat questionable. It's gambling. Everybody knows it's gambling.
You're saying it doesn't have.
Yeah. If there's one thing that Massachusetts does not appreciate, it's people gambling and not giving them a cut.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what the whole fight is over. Is how do we make this part of legalized gambling in the state? A lot of states have been changing, like you just said, Virginia did. I mean, I could imagine Massachusetts coming out, and yeah, that's sort of what this lawsuit will be about: is figuring out how, if they could make that work, how would they do it? You know?
Jeez, did anybody read about the lady who won the lottery? It might have been on the West Coast. She won the lottery. She didn't realize that she won the lottery until she put the ticket in her pants and ran it through the washer. And when she discovered that she had destroyed the lottery ticket, she was just like, shit, I gotta go to the store and I gotta tell them that it was me because, they have a record of me buying this and I must be on the security cameras too. So she went there and they totally had footage of her buying the ticket on the security camera and they verified that it was hers and it was like 2 days too late to claim it. So she's out $26 million.
Oh God, that hurts my soul. Oh,
That's rough.
oh.
But there's your legalized gambling. Every single state has a lottery. That's your legalized gambling. That's what the state's fine.
Yeah.
Virginia's goes to education.
Yeah, so
Every
Yeah.
state does.
supposedly.
That's every state.
Yeah. I
I don't-
actually had to look because when you brought up sports betting, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure there was something in our news bulletin for South Dakota. And apparently, if you're in Deadwood, South Dakota, you can do online sports betting there. But you have to be in Deadwood, and everything else is like kind of like,
Why
maybe?
does it not surprise me that you can bet in Deadwood?
Yeah, they've actually got like they're the only place in the state that's not a Native American casino that you can actually do most types of gambling.
I just love the stupidity of politicians who are like, let's region lock things on the internet. Like,
Yep.
you can only go on the internet and do this certain thing in this one place.
Right.
The
Yeah.
internet is not a DVD.
It's,
Well, I'm fairly certain the magnanimous amount of intelligence that our governor has reached and permeated the entire nation. So I will discuss no more about that vile woman.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
I mean, if she was any oranger, I
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I made half the reference, so I had to.
No, you're fine. I understand having to finish.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Good
Jesus,
job,
Jesus
Masami.
fucking Christ, Masami, you killed Kosen. You just fucking killed him.
I will absolutely, and just to respond to your statement in the chat, I absolutely will turn into a degen from Upcountry, and nobody will do anything about it.
And Fluffy brings up Mixer, rip Mixer. Not a thing anymore. Microsoft dumped that. gave it to Facebook. I don't even know what's happened to. I don't know how Facebook Gaming is doing, but I'm not hearing anything about it, so probably not great.
I mean, if it tells you anything, I was doing the multi-stream thing, against the Twitch guidelines because I'm a fucking rebel. And I was literally getting 1 or 2 views each stream.
Oh, I remember this.
Wait, multi-streaming is against Twitch's TOS?
Yeah.
Yes, it is for affiliates. You are not allowed to
Oh.
rebroadcast anything within 24 hours of the original upload.
Which we were
Okay.
breaking left and
Okay.
right because immediately after the stream I was putting it onto YouTube, or somebody else was putting it onto YouTube at the time, and it was also you dual broadcasted it on Mix and Twitcher. I remember that. Mixer and Twitch. Yeah, Mix and Twitcher. Mix and Twitcher. My favorite.
I was also putting it on the D live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, D Live. Shit, we need to start doing D Live again. I missed that. That was a nice place. They're nice people over there. They got big D. Lots of D. D everywhere. Alright. So yeah, those are, we could talk about how the most advanced business model in the world currently is the PC video game market. Because, not just because COVID-19 boosted revenue from something like 130 billion to 189 billion over the course of a year, but just because of the free-to-play model, because of the gaming market competition, because of the generation that's coming up, which is obsessed with gaming. It's just like, what the hell are 60 and 70-year-olds obsessed with, besides Matlock and MASH and the Andy Griffith Show?
Easy. I love all 3 of those.
You like the Andy Griffith Show?
Dude, Mount Airy, North Carolina, which is where Mayberry is based off of.
None of that matters. You're
is-
watching Andy Griffith.
Yes, I love Andy Griffith. It's on every afternoon.
The character, the man, the person who runs around in Mayberry or wherever the fuck it is and like smiles at everybody, the stereotypical TV sheriff who is insufferably kind.
Yes.
God damn it, you're so wholesome I can't even make fun of that.
I love Andy Griffith. I used to growing up. When I was over at my grandmother's house, we would watch it every single day.
Okay, if you're going to talk about old TV shows, talk about how much you love Hogan's Heroes, because I love Hogan's Heroes.
I'm, never really watched Hogan's Heroes.
I don't even know you anymore, man.
God.
But yeah, whatever. This is the whole thing about the PC market coming up. You got a whole generation of people. This is the same fucking reason why there are a billion Transformers movies and there are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm sorry, I'm referencing Michael Bay movies because I hate him, and he can get fucked. But the whole reason that we have this shit right now is because this generation that grew up with that stuff in the 80s and 90s is coming into their own. We have money now, and we're the big spenders. We are the generation of spenders. So video game industry is coming up because an awful lot of people our age like video games. That's just how we grew up, and it's how we spend a lot of our free time as adults.
So
They
except for
thought we'd
Leetness.
grow out of it when we got older.
yeah,
Except
no.
for Leetness, who did grow out of it, and now he's obsessed with CrossFit. Little giggle from Leetness.
CrossFit, you can cross fuck off.
Oh, no, come on, he enjoys it.
Now, CrossFit is not for everybody. My sister-in-law does it, and more power to you, Leetness, because God, I couldn't do it. I tried it,
I mean,
and never.
you've seen the pictures of him in the pool. He's looking good.
I have.
I'm gonna go ahead
But
and
he
say-
refuses to show us the snake that was in the pool with him.
Janica threw it over the fence
You-
to our neighbors.
You didn't take a picture of
Why
that, did
did
you?
she? Why did she throw your swim trunks over the fence?
No,
No,
the
the
snake.
snake.
I know you were going. His penis isn't detachable. goddammit. Is your
I mean,
penis
she might be able to throw it. She might be able to throw it over the fence, but
detachable? Oh,
it'd still be attached to me.
Badger. Sorry.
Mushroom.
Thank you.
Just
I am a
picture-
child of the internet, god damn it.
We all are.
Oh,
Everybody
yes.
Everybody remembers when YouTube was invented. Everyone in this group, at least, remembers when YouTube was invented. We remember when 4chan came out. We remember when what was some other dumbass site that everybody always went to? Ogrish.
HN.
Spark.com was Reddit before Reddit was a thing.
Oh yes.
Oh, Newgrounds.
Yep, Newgrounds. Oh god,
Newgrounds.
yeah.
Oh, what was it? Homestar Runner?
Ooh.
Yep, that's the first internet show that I paid any attention to. And then after
Yeah,
Homestar,
nowadays Homestar would just be it would just be a YouTube channel.
yeah, it'd be a YouTube
That's-
short, a
That's
couple of YouTube.
how
shorts.
much the internet has changed. Like Homestar Runner would have been a YouTube channel, and
And
it
then,
would
of
just
course,
been different YouTube playlists. And a lot of that stuff back then that was their own websites now would instead all be on different platforms like they are today.
Yeah.
And
that was
then,
the
of course,
birth
and then,
of
of course,
Rooster Teeth.
Oh god,
yes.
Rooster Teeth. Jesus, even I
Yes.
watched that and I did not play Halo whatsoever fucking ever, but that shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, those the origin of the Meshima, where you took the graphics engine of some game, in that case Halo, because it was I guess it was easy for them to program and create character models doing stuff. But yeah, that was Red versus Blue. Was
No,
a
I
big
don't.
fun
I don't
thing.
think that was programmed. I think that was them playing, like running around in Halo.
That
Yeah,
was
They were just
for a time, yeah, for the earlier seasons, yeah, they definitely did. They just took it into. Does Halo even have a sandbox mode, or did they clear something out and then just like shoot some stuff?
No, you just go into a multiplayer map and don't kill each other, and instead pretend to be acting as characters. That's all that is.
Shit, I should go back and watch some of the later stuff too, because I don't know all the multiplayer maps. And eventually, it got so
Well, like
sophisticated that I
the
had difficulty
original,
believing.
the original incarnation happened on a map called Blood Gulch, and it's like
Yep.
Yep.
the most famous Halo
Right.
map. Like it's the original Halo multiplayer map.
Yep.
And it's iconic, and that's part of what made the show, work, was that iconic Halo setting.
I'm trying to think
Tell
of
you
any.
what,
Go
the
ahead,
best episode, the best episode of that had to have been. It was one of the later episodes when Washington got involved, and it was throw a grenade over there, throws grenade, sticks to wall. That has got to be the worst throw I have ever seen. Look, it's not my fault somebody put a wall in my way.
I always favored Caboose. Caboose.
I love
Yeah.
Caboose.
Obviously, Caboose is my kind of humor.
Yeah, this is my surprised face, which you can't see, so this is my surprised voice.
Yeah. But no, well, getting back to that, I was trying to figure any other, because Red versus Blue is like really early in my mind. I was trying to think of any other internet short where it was we were calling it a show. What it was, before any show was 10 minutes long. This was like an internet short that was a continuous story that may as well have been a TV program, but Adult Swim wasn't quite a thing yet, or it was just developing at that point, and there weren't any 10 to 15 minute long TV shows like. It
was Toonami back
extremely
then.
common. Did Toonami actually have like 15-minute segments? With
Yes, they
commercials?
did have a couple.
I missed all of that.
The one that I can think of, there was another one, and my sister used to love it because she loved that, as Doc, you so affectionately put it, she loved that weeb shit.
Yeah.
Homestuck.
What was it?
Homestuck?
Homestead. I don't know that.
Yeah. It's it's definitely weeb shit. A lot of ooh woo nuzzles your neck bullshit, as some people like to put it.
It's gross.
Duh. Some
Like
porn stuff.
Homestuck is where furries came from. It was like introduction to furrydom.
So you took notes?
I don't know if I'm looking at the right stuff.
What's your first indication?
Well, there's a guy here who's got angel wings and a sword through his chest, but he looks like a dude, not a furry.
Okay, so yeah, no, that was definitely part of it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, this was a great. This, this was a great nightmare trip down some good stuff about the past. Early internet 1.0 was dog shit. Internet 2.0 was slightly less dog shit, but it had a lot of entertaining stuff on it.
Right.
We should all go back and we should watch the introduction to the internet video that Apple put out in like 1994.
Oh God.
I'll tell you what it is. Okay, Tim and Eric on the Awesome Show, great job. Also did an introduction to the intranet, the internet is what they called it, and it's the same thing as what Apple was doing. It's like shot for shot remake of just this bullshit of you going on like a private shopping network, and like you can buy from this Apple affiliate all of your new socks, and they will mail them to you. The magic of the internet.
Oh, when Amazon just sold fucking books.
Yeah, oh, that too. Amazon started off as a bookstore, people.
And people loved the shit out of that. Fuck, I sold my textbooks on Amazon when it just sold books. That was great. I got like half my money back.
Jesus Christ, yeah, no.
Yeah, like I bought books at the campus bookstore approximately once, and then I decided I was never doing that shit again. Sold them online, bought the next semester's books online, sold those at the end of the semester. I never paid full price for a fucking book, and I always got about half my money back. Great.
So,
And now you can spend $41.99 on the new Dungeons and Dragons book on
Mhm.
Amazon.
Are we talking about the one that's coming out tomorrow or the PHB?
The new one, the PHB. I only paid $25 for that.
Yeah, you can usually find it for about half MSRP if you're pretty good at watching stuff.
or you can find it for nothing.
Or you can have friends who will hook you up, like the crack dealers they are.
I was actually going to ask you how long, if the new book is coming out tomorrow, how long do you think before a PDF appears?
Probably pretty quickly. It just kind of depends. It usually takes a while to get to the various parts of the internet. D&D Beyond has kind of slowed that trickle of illegalness, but you can absolutely prove me wrong
I just think
if you want to
if the
do that searching.
well, you know me, I'm a gentleman. If you consider the type of person, the average hardcore D&D player, I imagine that's the same type of person that would sit in front of a scanner with a 200 to 300 page book and just scan page by page for the entire day. I imagine that would be that they would like that would satisfy some OD. That might satisfy my OCD actually.
I mean, that's definitely one way that people used to get new books into PDF format, because you could absolutely tell when you were looking through the PDF, because the crease in the middle sometimes didn't get fully parsed out unless they were heathens and they slit the binding, so then they could put each piece flat, and then it was a lot harder to tell.
Heathens, they are performing a service to make a better PDF.
I tried not to think about it.
They're satisfying my OCD by getting every single corner just perfectly aligned at the bottom of the scanner. I'm playing with my nipples right now.
I figured as much.
Alright, we'll save the rest of that for the post show, though.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for
Yes.
coming along. This was, we're slowly getting back into the swing of things. Things are slowly quieting down, and all of us except for Leetness and Fluffy are very slowly getting to the point where we can start doing this consistently again. So thank you everybody for coming along. And Zero doesn't need to take you out, because you're on my channel, bitches. Everybody say goodbye, penis penis.
Say it.
But
Bye, Fluffy.